YouTube, what's going on, man? I know it's been a long time, bro, but I'm back with another video, bro. I just want to sit down and talk to y'all a little bit about, where I've been and kind of what's been going on, and so let's get to it. It's been a long time since I made a video. I'm still trying to get used to this again, but I want to talk a little bit about, how it's okay to take a break from the certain way that you've been shooting photography, certain things that you've been shooting, certain ways that you've been shooting. It's okay to switch it up and try something different. That's kind of what I've been doing. I've been doing this for about 6 years, and my first love was always street photography, or things that didn't maybe wouldn't attract the regular eye. Just trying to see the world from a different perspective. That's kind of why I started the whole film journey, right? It was to kind of broaden my views and broaden the way that I see things, and I can say it helped. Film photography definitely opened up a different way for me to kind of observe the world and observe my surroundings and stuff. So it's kind of trickled down into how I shoot now with some of my recent digital work. The whole point of this video is to kind of just say it's okay to step back from what you usually do and shoot out the box. Try something different. If you always doing photo shoots or something like that and you don't really feel inspired, it's okay to kind of take a step back and reassess and try to figure out what it is that you want to do. One of the things I did, I just started to not plan to go out to shoot. Honestly, in the past maybe 2 going on 3 months maybe, I haven't actually planned and went out and shot anything. It was literally where I would just pick my camera up, see something outside or something in the neighborhood or something in the house and just shoot it. And that's kind of where I've been now, and I have to admit I've never been so happy, bro. Like I feel like I've gotten some of the best work that I've taken in years, just doing that. So it feels really good, and also another thing that can be another key point of the suppression of your creativity is the type of equipment you're using. Now, me and a good friend of mine were having a conversation just about, the state of Nikon, which is what I've been shooting with, since I started this. And Nikon is dying, man. Like I'm standing on that firmly right now, is that Nikon will die in a couple years, just for the simple fact that it took them so long to get what's it called? The time for them to get the mirrorless camera stuff going, that really set them back. And then on top of that, when you look at say if you want to research cameras, and I implore everyone to do this, when you're researching a camera, you kind of want to get an idea of what kind of images you're going to get. Don't just focus on the YouTube videos. Go to Instagram. I'm not really sure about Twitter, and check Facebook. And on Instagram, you can type in hashtag, we'll say hashtag Fujifilm X100V, right? And it'll literally pop up with thousands of people that have used that same hashtag that are using that camera, and you can kind of get an idea of what kind of quality that you would get out of that equipment. Now, when you look up, say, a Nikon D810, right, which is what I use, that's why I'm using it as an example. You look up Nikon D810, it's always birds flying around. They're taking pictures of goats, or they taking pictures of mountain ranges, and it's oversaturated. Bro, it's so frustrating. Like, I'm not sitting here saying that my work is the best thing on this earth, but the oversaturated landscape type shots are just kind of like, all right, fam, like, when are we gonna switch it up? It's almost like Nikon photographers are kind of stuck in a box in a certain kind of way. It feels like it's the older man camera. It's like it's like what the Buick used to be, or well, I guess it still is. Like, you always knew that it was an older person driving like a Buick or something like that, right? That's how it feels with the Nikon. The Nikon feels dated. Even if they do, don't get me wrong, the D810 takes beautiful quality images. It's just the way people use the tools, and I've even noticed that with some of the mirrorless ones. And the thing that's crazy about the mirrorless line of Nikons to me is it never felt like it got that push like Sony did. When Sony came out like a wildfire. When they started putting out their mirrorless cameras and all that stuff, they came out like a wildfire, bro. They took the game by storm. Everybody was behind. You know, Fuji, of course, they've been kind of doing it for a little while. And Fuji, to me, Fuji and Sony are just like, they're here in my book. They're here. You know what I mean? And Canon, I say Canon's like a step below them too, and then Nikon's down there. Like, Nikon got to do something. But off on a tangent, basically what I'm saying is it's okay to, you know, if you can afford it, switch your gear up, man. Shoot with something different. Get a tool that makes you want to go out there and shoot with it. You know what I mean? You know, even look into doing iPhone photography if you can. You know, I know there's certain limitations to it. A lot of people are turned off by it. But if you go out there with a creative eye and a creative mind, you can get some really good work out of an iPhone camera. You know what I mean? Just switch your tools up. Try something different. You know, it never hurts. You know, you never know what you can get. You know, instead of just carrying around the same camera that you know, if you do this full time, you use it for work, you don't really feel inspired to go shoot that thing, you know, on a regular. So that was one of my things that's, you know, been stuck in my head, which is why I'm going to pick up a Fuji soon. Hopefully when that comes, there's going to be a lot of street photography videos on this channel, and, you know, we're going to go out and shoot with it. So that's going to be my next step, is switching my tools. So another way for me to try to get like re-inspired or find inspiration again is watch movies, read books, research things. You know, this is funny, like the whole monolith situation that's going on right now, right? I'm not really sure what it's about. Like, I've seen some stuff on YouTube where people are claiming it was for a show or a movie. We don't know, right? The mysterious factor behind it gives me creative ideas. You know, when I go out to shoot, you know, I go out with certain captions in mind, or when I see an image, I can think about a caption. You know, I feel like when you watch a movie, it's the same kind of thing. I can watch a movie and I could be like, okay, how can I translate this into some form of reality, but still make it kind of like a, you know, a mysterious kind of factor to it, right? So you look at the way you shoot things. Picture yourself shooting a scene in a movie, right? You plan it out in your head. You don't plan the scene out, you know, depending on what you're doing. If you're doing portraits, you can kind of have more control of your scene. But if you're doing street photography, or you're trying to shoot abstract things out in the world, there's so many different ways that you can put a spin on that image and truly make it your own. Even if it's been taken thousands upon millions of times, if you know how to put a spin on it and make it your own, then it's something that's different. You know what I mean? It's and it's all down to the edit. It's down to the caption of it. It's down to the angle of which you shot it. It's down to, you know, what's your focus on in the images, like what's your main subject? Is there a subject? Is there not? Like, it's all about what you choose to do and how you decide to manipulate the image to be your own. So that was another tip of mine. And then the last thing I have is, for me, what I've been doing, trying to just, you know, get reacclimated, or what's the word I want to use? I guess just find that creative spark again, and inspiration in my photography, is listening to music, bro. Doing these things can also spark ideas, like listening to certain songs. Like, I think I may have mentioned it before on this channel. I used to be a big, well, I still am, Frank Ocean fan, man, and listening to Channel Orange, listening to that brings me back to like 2012, right when I graduated. It's the summertime, driving in my dad's big Suburban. He had an 07 Suburban. It was like a navy blue or something like that. And I just think about those days, and then it starts creating visions in my head where I'm like, how can I channel certain feelings like music does? You know what I mean? That was, and still is, one of the things that I struggle with, where it's like, I don't want you to just view the image. I want you to feel something. You know what I mean? I want you to take a story and kind of make it up in your mind as to what you think this image is about. Or I want you to take yourself and place yourself into that scene. And I'm going to put up a picture here, kind of giving a demonstration of what I mean. There's this page on Instagram called My Photo Lounge. And when they posted this picture of mine on their page, and they broke down the I guess kind of like the meaning that they felt from it, I was like, wow, somebody actually kind of got it. They were basically saying, you know, it feels like that, you know, at home kind of vibe, but at the same time it's kind of gloomy. It's got a dark side to it, you know what I mean? And I just want the viewer, kind of like when you look at a painting, I want the viewer to be able to take themselves and say you put yourself exactly where I'm standing. I want you to be my camera. I want you to be where my camera's standing. I want that to be you. You know what I mean? I want that to be the viewer. I want the viewer to feel like, if this is what I was seeing from my eyes, how would I feel about it? You know what I mean? And that's kind of what I've been trying to channel and focus on within my my creative process and how I shoot. So, just wanted to stop by for a little bit, man. I know it's been a long time. Just want to say to you guys, especially in these times, if you don't feel inspired to do what you love, take a step back from it. Don't force yourself to do it, and reacclimate, and then come back. It's okay. It's always okay to take a break from anything. You know what I mean? We all need a break sometimes, and it's okay. Don't feel bad about it. Take that break and come back and just, try again. And if you need to take another break, cool. You take as many breaks as you need. Yeah, man. So I just wanted to sit here, talk to you guys. Hopefully, I know I've said this before and it didn't happen, but hopefully this Sunday I'll get to go out and take some photos around the city, and I'll bring you guys with me, put you on my chest, and do some street photography, man. So appreciate you guys chilling with me for a little bit, and I'll see you in the next one.